I was sitting here earlier just staring at my phone, and it really hit me how much the world has changed. Not in a big, obvious way, but in the way we handle our lives, and specifically our money. It feels like every time we turn around, there's a new convenience or a new must-have subscription, and without even realizing it, we've let our financial lives develop these tiny, invisible leaks. My name is Zeza, and I want to have a real conversation with you today. Not a lecture, and definitely not a sales pitch. I just want to talk about that feeling we all get at the end of the month. That sinking feeling where you look at your balance and honestly wonder where it all went. You didn't buy a new car. You didn't go on a shopping spree. But the money is gone anyway. It's what I call digital leakage. We live in a world that is literally designed to drain your free cash before you even have a chance to think about your future. Think about it. We carry a 24-hour shopping mall in our pockets. We have apps that make spending money feel like playing a game. You don't even have to pull out a wallet anymore. You just tap a button or use your face, and the money is gone. The companies on the other side of those screens, they spend billions of dollars on psychologists and engineers to figure out how to bypass your logic. They know that if they ask for $100 all at once, you'll probably say no. But if they ask for $5 here, $9 there, or a small delivery fee for that late night snack you don't really need, you'll say yes. Over and over again, and that's how it happens. That's how people who make good money end up living paycheck to paycheck. It's not one big mistake, it's 1,000 tiny ones. It's the subscription you forgot to cancel 3 months ago. It's the pro version of an app you used once. It's the impulse buy at 1 a.m. because you were tired and stressed and just wanted a little hit of dopamine to feel better. But I want to tell you something that might be hard to hear, but it's the most important thing I can say. Those $10 and $20 leaks aren't just taking your cash. They're taking your freedom. They're taking the years of your life where you won't have to work because your money is finally doing the work for you. What if we decided to stop the bleeding? What if we decided that the person you're going to be in 20 years matters more than a temporary distraction today? I'm a big believer in what I call the $100 strategy. It's simple, it's humble, and most people ignore it because it doesn't sound exciting or fast, but the most powerful things in life usually aren't fast. If you can find just $100 a month, money you're already losing to those digital leaks, and you put it into a simple, steady investment, you're doing something revolutionary. You're moving from being a consumer to being an owner. Or when you buy a coffee or pay for a streaming service, you're giving your power to someone else. But when you invest that $100 into the world's most successful companies, those companies are now working for you. While you sleep, while you eat, while you're out for a walk, those companies are grinding, innovating, and growing. And because you're an owner, a little piece of that growth belongs to you. Most people don't start because they think they need thousands of dollars to make it worth it. But that's the biggest lie out there. The math of compound growth is incredible, but it only works if you give it time. If you wait until you have real money to start, you've already lost your most valuable asset. You can always earn more money, but you can never, ever buy back a year of lost growth. Imagine two people. One waits until they're 40 to start saving a lot. The other starts at 25 with just that $100 a month. Even though this first person saves much more later on, they can almost never catch up to the person who started small and early. That is the power of time. It's the only thing that is truly free in the world of wealth, but you have to claim it now. I know it's not always easy. I know life is expensive and things happen. I know what it's like to feel like you're just barely keeping your head above water. But that's exactly why this matters so much. Financial stress is one of the heaviest weights a human being can carry. It affects your health, your relationships, and the way you see the world. When you start building this small habit, you aren't just building a bank account, you're building a shield. You're building the ability to say no to things that don't serve you, and yes to the things that do. I want you to be honest with yourself for a moment. Think about that tightness in your chest when an unexpected bill comes in, that feeling of being trapped. Now imagine a version of your life where that feeling is gone. Imagine knowing that even if things go wrong, you've built a foundation that can hold you up. That peace of mind is worth so much more than any gadget or subscription you could ever buy. The secret isn't willpower. Willpower fails us when we're tired or sad. The secret is automation. You have to treat your future self like your most important bill. You wouldn't skip your rent or your electric bill, right? So why would you skip the payment to your future? Set it up so that $100 leaves your account before you even have the chance to spend it. If you don't see it, you won't miss it. You will adapt. You will find that you didn't actually need those things you were spending it on. It's going to be boring sometimes. There will be months where the market goes down and you feel like you're doing it all for nothing. There will be people telling you to jump into the latest trend or some complicated scheme to get rich overnight. But I'm asking you to stay steady. Wealth isn't a jackpot, it's a garden. You plant the seed, you water it, and you let the sun do its work. Tonight, I just want you to do one thing. Take a look at your bank statement from the last month. Don't be hard on yourself. Everyone has leaks. Just look at the numbers. Find those little $5 and $10 charges that don't actually bring you joy. When you find them, realize that those numbers represent your freedom. Take that $100 back, claim it, and start putting it toward the life you actually want to live. It won't happen tomorrow, and it won't happen next week. But years from now, you're going to look back at this moment, and you're going to be so glad you started. My name is Zeza, and I'm telling you this because I believe you deserve to be free. You deserve to own your time. You deserve to have peace. It all starts with that first $100 and the courage to stop the leaks. You've got this. This next part of our journey together is where we really pull back the curtain. We've talked about the what, the fact that money is leaking out, but to truly stop it, we have to understand the why. We have to understand the invisible forces that make us click buy when we know we shouldn't. You see, the modern internet isn't just a tool anymore. It's an environment that has been perfectly tuned to interact with your brain's chemistry. Have you ever wondered why social media apps are free? Or why shopping apps are so colorful and easy to use? It's because your attention and your impulses are the product they are selling. Think about the red dot. You know, the one, that little notification bubble that sits on your apps. That specific shade of red wasn't chosen by accident. It's a color that our ancestors associated with berries, or blood, or fire, things that required immediate attention. When you see it, your brain releases a tiny bit of cortisol, a stress hormone. You feel a subconscious need to clear it. And often, clearing that notification leads you directly into a store. Then there's the one-click buy. Years ago, if you wanted to buy something, you had to get dressed, drive to a store, find the item, stand in line, and physically hand over cash. Each of those steps was a friction point. It gave your logical brain time to wake up and ask, Ziza, do you actually need this? Today, they've removed every single friction point. The distance between I want that and I bought that is now less than a second. We have to slow that process down. We have to reintroduce friction. Let's take a slow walk through your digital life together. Right now, I want you to mentally pull up your phone's home screen. Think about the apps sitting there. How many of them exist solely to take your money? The food delivery apps that charge you double the price of the meal once you add fees and tips. The fast fashion apps that send you flash sale alerts at 2 p.m. when you're bored at work. I want you to imagine those apps as little holes in your bucket. Every push notification is a drop of your future freedom leaking away. One of the most powerful things you can do today, right now, is to go into your settings and turn off every single notification for an app that sells something. If you want to buy something, you should be the one to decide when to open the app. Don't let the app decide when to open your wallet. Now, let's talk about the trial trap. We've all been there. You want to watch one specific documentary or use a specific feature for a work project. The site says 7 days free, cancel anytime. Your brain says, I'll just cancel it tomorrow. But tomorrow never comes. Life gets busy. The kids get sick, work gets stressful. And that free trial turns into a $15 monthly ghost charge that haunts your bank statement for a year. If you find 3 of those, that's almost half of our $100 goal right there. Just from ghosts? I want to tell you a story about a friend of mine. Let's call him David. David was working a good job, making decent money, but he was always stressed. He told me, Zeza, I don't know where it goes. I don't buy big things. We sat down and looked at his digital audit. We found a subscription for a shaving kit he didn't use, a premium weather app, even though the free one worked fine, 2 different music streaming services, and a VIP membership to a supplement site he'd ordered from once. When we added it up, he was losing $140 a month. That's $1,680 a year. That's a vacation. Or, more importantly, if he had invested that for 10 years, it would have been nearly $25,000. He wasn't poor, he was just being leaked to death. When he realized that those tiny charges were the reason he couldn't afford to take his daughter to the beach, he didn't just feel annoyed, he felt a sense of clarity. He realized he was trading his daughter's memories for apps he didn't even open. This is why I ask you to look at your bank statement with new eyes. Don't look at the $9.99 as $10. Look at it as a piece of your life. Every dollar you reclaim is a victory. Let's look at another area, the convenience tax. This is a big one online. We pay for the convenience of not having to wait, not having to drive, and not having to plan. We pay for premium shipping even when we don't need the item for a week. We pay for priority delivery on food because we're hungry right now. But convenience is a commodity that the wealthy sell to the middle class to keep them from becoming wealthy. The wealthy understand that a little bit of planning saves a massive amount of money over time. If you spend $30 on a food delivery because you didn't spend 10 minutes planning a sandwich, you aren't just paying for food. You're paying $20 for 10 minutes of not thinking. That's a high price to pay. I want you to imagine what happens when you turn these leaks into a flood of investment. Think about the feeling of your phone buzzing. Usually that buzz means you've spent money, but imagine a future where that buzz means you've earned money. Imagine opening an app and seeing that your $100, that money you rescued from the ghost subscriptions, has earned $5 in interest this month. It doesn't sound like much, but that $5 is the most honest money you will ever earn. Why? Because you didn't have to sweat for it. You didn't have to deal with a boss for it. Your money did the work. When you see that first bit of growth, something happens in your heart. You stop wanting the stuff on the ads. You start wanting more of that freedom growth. You start looking around your house and realizing that you're surrounded by money that could have been growing. That old exercise bike you used twice, that's $300 of investment. That stack of video games you finished and will never play again, that's $200. The world wants you to keep stuff. I want you to keep potential. The road to $1 million isn't paved with gold. It's paved with $100 bills that people chose not to spend on things they didn't need. It's paved with the decision to be a little bit inconvenienced today so you can be completely independent tomorrow. I want you to take a deep breath. This isn't a race. You don't have to fix everything tonight. If you only find one $10 subscription to cancel today, that is a massive win. You have successfully defended your life against $1 billion corporation. You have taken a stand. Tomorrow, we might find another $10. And the day after, maybe we find a way to save $20 on the grocery bill by using a list. Slowly, surely, that $100 will appear. And once you have it, and you put it into that investment account, you've started the engine. The engine of compound growth is quiet. You can't hear it running, but it never sleeps. It doesn't take vacations. It doesn't get tired. It just sits there, multiplying day after day, year after year. Your only job is to keep feeding it. Your only job is to make sure those digital thieves don't come back in the night to steal the fuel. You are the guardian of your future. No one else is going to do this for you. The bank won't tell you how to save. The apps won't tell you to spend less. It's just you and me talking here, figuring out how to get you to the place where you can finally breathe easy. And believe me, when you get to that place, when you look at your account and see that your free cash has grown into a mountain, you won't miss a single one of those apps you deleted. You won't remember the name of that limited time offer. All you will feel is the incredible, light, beautiful weight of being truly free.